Hey YouTube, this is PokéCastXVll here, and so today I have a game for you which I'm just testing a deck that I quite like at the moment in this format. So as you can probably tell by the title and the little caption at the beginning of the video that I am testing Mega Blastoise. So I'll kind of just explain the deck as it kind of folds out. But yeah, so it looks like I'm playing against some sort of Plasma variant to start off with. So, yeah, I do start with the lone Cresselia, and so yeah, as you can see by me searching through my deck that I've got Solosis in there and Duskull, so that means that I run Reuniclus and Dusknoir. So, the idea of the deck, for those who aren't too familiar with it, is that the Mega Pokemon in the format, like the new mechanic that recently came out with X and Y, they have tremendously large amounts of HP, so the idea is just to use Reuniclus to just stop that Pokemon being knocked out, because there aren't really too many things in the format that can knock it out. So yeah, let's move on with my turn. So he does hit my Cresselia with X-Ball with a Muscle Band, which does 120, which when you take into account the weakness is double 60. So I'm just looking through my deck to see what I want right now. So go the Duskull, and then looks like we're going to Ultra Ball because I'm going to hit Sycamore this turn. So I'm just debating whether I want to use the Tool Scrapper to get rid of that Muscle Band, but I decide not to. So I'm just searching through my deck here, see what's prized, see what's not. I think the main thing is just seeing if all the Reuniclus are there, which it is. So, but we are going to go with a Duosion. Yeah, so we're going to go with the Duosion and then hit Sycamore for 7. So, unfortunately, I don't want my Cresselia to be knocked out, so I'm going to have to... so Solosis is going to have to take the hit, unfortunately. And yeah, we just pass on that. So, Blastoise does need 3 energy to start attacking. So, misses the catcher, which is really fortunate for me, because he probably would have targeted my Duosion, I'm imagining. So yeah, we do need that the Reuniclus out as soon as possible. So at this point I'm just debating what to switch in. With Blastoise's Rapid Spin you can actually switch out the Pokemon after it's attacked, so that's why I went with Blastoise, just so I can put 30 extra damage on the bench, as I won't be Mega Evolving this turn. And yeah, I guess we're just going to Dowsing Machine. I could have used the Max Potion, but I just want to preserve... I usually try and preserve them, but if I'm going to hit Sycamore anyway, then I guess I might as well get Reuniclus out. So, hit Sycamore for 7, benching on the Blastoise. I do run just the 1 Tropical Beach. I could run more, but when you're Mega Evolving it does end your turn. The main reason is because it does take at least 2 or 3 turns to start attacking. So, I just have it in there, just kind of as more draw power. So I could have I could have Tropical Beach instead of attacking, however I do want to get that Blastoise out of the active spot. So he hits a laser. Puts me to sleep, unfortunately. And yeah, he's going to just Skyla for a Sycamore. So I'm not really too sure what kind of deck this is. It looks like Mewtwo with Kyurem, I'm really not too sure. So we attach the energy for the turn, so all we need to do now is just Mega Evolve. So I'm just debating my options at this point. So I'm going to grab the Heavy Ball. Heavy Ball is really great in this deck just because it allows you to get Pokemon out that you need that have heavy retreat costs, like Dusknoir and Mega Blastoise of course. And I'm just going to Mega Evolve for the turn. So I don't really see, unless he pulls us... Okay, yeah, so he's going to hit me for 120, and then plus a 10 for the poison. There's going to be a knockout on my Blastoise, which is going to be kind of annoying, but at the same time, I do have an N in hand, and that is going to allow me to put him down to make his resources minimal. So, Professor Letter for 2 Water Energy. I do have Super Rod, so I could put them back in the deck. I just need to get Dusknoir out as soon as possible if I want any chance of knocking out this Kyurem. And it is really vital that I do so this turn because I need to get his energy off the board. So Debated max potion, but would rather preserve it if I can. And the only reason I benched Duskull this turn, I think, was just somewhere to put damage. I really didn't want to. I'd rather put Mr. Mime out if I can, especially as he's running Curum. So yeah, that 30 damage with the Blastoise earlier actually becomes very pivotal in this turn, because now it allows me to one-shot the Curum, which I wouldn't have been able to do before. So yeah, Sinister Hand, 10 damage, and then knock it out. Take a prize, and this Sigilyph is very, very annoying because now I can't actually get past him without putting damage on his board, or his side of the board. So laser. So this is one thing I probably would change to this deck. If it's very tight for space, but if I was going to change anything, I would probably put something in there to deal with the lasers. Maybe a couple of Audino from Boundaries Cross, the one where you discard it just to get rid of status conditions. So I think at this point I need to get rid of that poison, because that poison is going to add up even if you are moving the damage off. So I move the damage off to Cresselia. And I'm just looking around, see how much, because that Mewtwo can eventually one-shot my Blastoise if it builds up enough energy. So I'm just going through my discard pile. I only do play 6 water energy, which isn't a lot at all. But I had to double switch that. I really didn't want to. But I was just checking my energy because I could have manually switched with Cresselia, because Cresselia only has the one retreat cost. But I've used all my energy, my water energy up, so I'm just putting some stuff back in the deck with Super Rod. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to just put the damage on the bench as I can't hit the Sigilyph. Yeah, and by doing that would have saved me a switch. So it's kind of annoying, but that's definitely a change I would make to the deck from testing it. So he Colresses for a huge amount of cards, unfortunately. And it looks like he's going to be leading with Absol, which is a smart move because it's a non-EX. And it does hit for a ton load of damage, especially when looking at my side of the board, and you can see that I've got a huge bench, so... And he's going to Computer Surge. I'm assuming it's for the catcher here. Yeah, he's going to hit the catcher, so that's another lucky break that I've just avoided there, because if he'd hit that catcher, my Reuniclus would have been knocked out, which would not have been great. But yeah, he is promoting the Absol as predicted. And yeah, so I'm going to move the damage to KO Sigilyph, because I have no answer to that Sigilyph. I have no means of knocking him out unless I move damage around to knock out that Sigilyph. But yeah, just I guess if I have any complaints, not so much about the deck, but just about the online system, is that moving damage around at the best of times when you're running at least one of the damage movers between Dusknoir or Reuniclus takes a really long time, and the process is very long. And as you can, I'm not sure if you can tell, but I have actually speeded up this video just because it just took far too long. So yeah, I just hit the end. So yeah, now I'm just moving damage off. So if you're wondering why I ran Cresselia EX, it's primarily just to... its ability allows you to heal it heals 10 damage in between turns. So just by putting damage on there, it will just gradually heal itself off. So it's kind of like a nice... an alternative to Max Potion. So Max Potion is really my last resort. And yeah, it just keeps my Blastoise, my Mega Blastoise alive. So yeah, I do knock out the Sigilyph, then I played an end. I probably should have done that the other way around for more cards, but it's not too significant right now. But yeah, I'm going to be seeing this Absol for a knockout, so I'm trying to preserve as much damage on the board as I can. Just hopefully this damage will build up after a while, and I do need to get rid of that Mewtwo because it is looking increasingly more and more worrying. So he hits a Colress for 8 cards. just see what it does here. So yeah, he puts another DCE, so now that Mewtwo is becoming very, very worrying. So I need to get rid of that muscle band as soon as possible. So my next, in my next move, I probably will Skyla for the Tool Scrapper. So, but fortunately I drew it, which is great, because now I can get rid of it and I can get rid of the Floatstone on Keldeo. So, yeah, what to do next? So I want to preserve as much damage on the board as possible. I don't want to knock out this Kyurem because I need to just knock out that Mewtwo next turn. So yeah, I'm going to, assuming that he has no means to switch this Kyurem, I'm going to hit it for 120. And yeah, leave all the damage on the board so I can knock out Mewtwo next turn. So I do Heavy Ball here. I grab Dusknoir, I guess might as well deck thin, and I do have the Rare Candy in hand. So put that down on Dusknoir, and then I Hydro Bombard, and yeah, put more damage on the bench. So now I can knock out that Mewtwo and take all his energy off the board. So he hits a Sycamore, hoping for some form of Floatstone or Switch or... But yeah, at this point I really don't see a way he can come back. Because once I knock out that Mewtwo, he really has to start from scratch, and by the time he does, I'll be knocking out something else with Mega Blastoise. And there you go, he just concedes the game. So I think he realized that. But yeah, that is just literally a deck idea that I had. I've been testing. I've seen a few variants of it online, but that's just my interpretation of it. But thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and any questions, just feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. But otherwise, that is pretty much it, and I will see you guys next time.